This is part two. Let me break this down for y'all before I go into this. Let me apologize because a lot of you young black women are going to think I'm being too harsh. But you're going to thank me for this shit because I'm saying the shit that needs to be said and no one's telling you the goddamn truth. Period. That's the fucking problem. Nobody's telling y'all the goddamn truth. That's the biggest fucking problem of this thing. Your girlfriends ain't telling you the truth because your girlfriend's parents know. Your girlfriend's parents, that same girl telling you to get pregnant, her parents are watching her like a motherfucking hawk. And they know for a motherfucking fact that if this bitch pops up pregnant, they are going to whoop her fucking ass. She knows it too. Which is why every 10th friend of young black women who wind up pregnant before they get into high school or wind up pregnant as they're going into high school. Because, 8th grade, my boobs are a little bigger. My face is cleared up. Boys are actually liking me a lot more. They're talking to me now. I'm smelling good. I'm looking good. I'm feeling good. I'm more attractive now. I'm starting to be able to wear makeup. I'm drawing them in. Like stank on shit. Those girls all telling you this, and whatnot. Understand something. Their parents are watching them like a hawk and they're living vicariously through your dumbass who's gonna go ride that dick and get a good lick and boom, you forgot to use that motherfucking condom. And 6 months later, that boy that fucked you is fucking them. It's like, y'all all back in the bathroom. Oh yeah, his shit was like this big. And when it went in, sparks was flying and everything was just fucking fine and awesome and dandy. And he gave it to me good. And now I got it good because he left some sugar in the tank, and now I got a baby. Now see, what happens on the opposite side of that spectrum is that when your girlfriends who ain't fucking him don't want to fuck him and is loyal to you and jumping down your throat on why would you be so damn stupid, well, now he's going around telling everybody, did your nether region stink? Because you got pregnant and don't want to give him no more, but you want him to get your child support. See, y'all got to understand how things work, and they're not teaching you. There should be a school for this for young women, especially women of color, to get some clarification and understanding. If you don't give up the ass, men are gonna say that you stink. If you give up the ass and get pregnant, they're gonna call you gold digging whores. And you got pregnant to trap me. You feel where we are here, because that's exactly what's gonna fucking happen. Because y'all want to listen to Sally Bell and Mary Jo and Lucy and Lana and Linda who ain't got babies but telling your dumb ass to get pregnant. And true to form, your dumb ass gets pregnant. Why? Because you're a fucking dumbass. You're 15 years old. Your whole life is ahead of you and boom, one motherfucking time. Because it feels so much better without it. I ain't never had sex without a condom. Except during my very first time, which I was like 10. So that doesn't really count. But I never had sex without a condom since then. Because I also thought that the girl broke my dick. She was 12. Anyway, that's too much information. And yes, she was black. Any fucking how. Not that that was relevant. But any fucking how. The point being made is that you women don't want to listen. And you young black women specifically don't want to listen. You think you know every goddamn thing. But have you literally went and sat down and talked to some young black girl who's been pregnant and struggling? No, you haven't. Have you watched all those episodes of Jerry Springer? You are not, Maury Povich, you are not the father. But yet, her whole life is ruined because she's a Maury Povich girl who's been on the show like 90 times for one goddamn child. Which I go back to saying, and I digress this. There's nothing wrong with y'all having sex, but have sex responsibly. Do not ride the dick without having the bitch wrapped. If you're going to get a lick and a good dick, okay, cool. There's not a goddamn thing wrong with that. What is wrong with it is every time you do it and you pop up pregnant by every time dick and hair and you wind up on the motherfucking Maury Povich show and everybody thinks you're a fucking whore. Because I'm open-minded. I'm an open-minded dude. As long as we together and it's just you and me fucking, we're good. Before we got together, you were fucking somebody else. I know that shit. Why you gave them up, that's between you and them. It's not my business until you make it my business. But let's say y'all just split amicably. Well, maybe it was the fact that you liked sex more than he did and he couldn't keep up. Well, I, on the other hand, like sex about the same amount of time as you, and we just fucking all the fucking time. Fucking. Cool. But we done had this discussion before we start fucking. We gonna make damn sure that we don't bring no babies into this world. Because that should be the first topic of discussion before you start fucking. I don't want children. I don't want children. Now maybe down the road I might want children. But what if I don't want children with you? And that's gonna offend a woman quickly. But it's gonna offend a man too. Because if you in love with a woman and she look at you straight to the face, straight to business, echo I love you. I don't want to have your baby. I said, alright, so if we break up, then what? Well, if we break up and I meet somebody that I feel the same way about you but different, and I want to have their baby versus your baby, I'm going to have the baby. And you know why that's going to be a possibility? Because men don't get that fucking option. Women are the gatekeepers of their vagina. Women get to choose which one of us lucky ass men get them. Period. We don't get a say any other way. But women get the choice. Men don't. Might not like that fact, but it's a fact. Men don't get a choice. We get blessed if we get chosen. That's it. Now, some of us, like myself, might be that mercy fuck victim. I only fucked you because you were available. I can live with that. I don't like having to live with that, but I can live with that. Because as long as I'm getting some, I can't really complain. But at that same time, you got these women who are 5-star fuckers that only want to fuck dudes that's got money and ain't got no purpose. They just got money. Those also be the chicks that wind up having babies with these dudes. And then the dude's pretty much like, well, you know what? I didn't want this baby. So, bye, bitch. And he pays child support, but he got a baby by somebody he's actually in love with. And that baby gets all everything. And then if he dies, the woman he's with and the baby he gets with gets priority. Even though your child was the first child. Don't mean shit. Because he can make it like, look, I never wanted this baby with her. She chose to have the baby. You see where we're going with this demographic? Are you ladies learning shit? Because I hope that I'm teaching you this shit so that you save yourself the problem. Before you have a baby with any motherfucking man, whether it be a black man, a white man, Native American man, Asian man, whatever the fuck you want to have a baby with, you need to make sure that he wants the baby too. So that they don't leave you high and dry and no child support and fucked. Now, let's say y'all, new scenario. Y'all both want to have a baby. You get pregnant. Baby gets here. He mysteriously dies. Cancer, natural causes, car wreck. Alright, that's a whole different motherfucking scenario. Because also you're not going to be 16. Well, let's say you're 25. You got some life experience in your ass. That's a different ball game than when you fucking from fucking 13 to 16 and trying to have a fucking baby. You were fucking stupid. Someone literally put that shit in your head that you could have a baby at the age of 13 to 16 and you think that this shit was cool. No. Hell motherfucking no. Why the fuck would you even let that thought of that concept come into your skull? Because of your friends. TLC said it best. What about your friends? Will they come around? Will they let you down? Hey, shout out to TLC. If you don't think for a New York minute that this person you laying with wants to have your baby, don't get pregnant by this motherfucker. And you need to have that fucking conversation. Alright, let's say the first time y'all have sex. That's not going to be a conversation. But probably the first thing is like, want to do it again? Or, did I do okay? Was it good for you? Everything good? Y'all going to have like pity pat conversation. Y'all not even going to have a serious conversation. But about the third or fourth round, not that day, but like the next couple of times y'all see each other and y'all like really into fucking, the first thing that y'all should probably be thinking, this shit got consequences. So we need to talk about this shit. Y'all can either do it after or y'all can do it before. And more than likely, if you're gonna be like most people, you're gonna do it after. Because you want to get that fuck out the way, trust me. And then after you have that sex, you'll be like, okay, let's talk about what are we doing? What are we gonna do if I get pregnant? Average man who don't have a real decent job will probably like, well, we had to get an abortion. I don't want to give it up for adoption because then I'm always going to wonder what happened to the kid. The average woman will be like, well, I want to keep it, and I don't want to give it up for adoption. This is going to lead to fights, and this is going to lead to a breakup, and then they're going to have fucking problems. Now this man's going to be hemmed up for child support or wishing that you would die. And yes, some men have said that they wish the woman that they got pregnant would die before the baby got here, not knowing the severity of that women are as close to death as they're ever going to get until actually dying when they get pregnant. So, you have so many things you have to understand. But the one thing you need to understand is take that head out your ass and learn from everybody else's experience. Because if you don't learn from other people's mistakes, you are going to make the mistakes. And then your life is going to be fucked. And then you're going to be mad at yourself, and you're going to resent your kid, and your kid's going to feel that shit, and they're going to grow up resenting their life, and they're going to hate their father for bringing them into this world with you and all this other bullshit. And if you don't start listening right fucking now, young black ladies, the apple will not fall far from the tree. You will have a daughter. And if you don't teach your daughter to not do the shit you've done, you will be watching her daughter. And if she's not taught well, you'll be watching her daughter too. So you will be watching your granddaughter and your great-granddaughter because you fucking dropped the goddamn ball. Because instead of doing what you should have been doing, you listened to Sally Mae down the road there. And you gave up the skins. He dug right in. And he dipped right the fuck out. He had a big dick and a good lick, or a good lick and a big dick. Blew that load inside your hole and rolled the fuck out. You tried to tell him you wanted to keep the baby. He was resentful of that shit. You kept the baby and he gave you the finger. You take him to court. You get child support. He out. He ain't got to do right a check. He don't have to be in that child's life. He might not want to be in that child's life. And you need to take shit like that into consideration, young black ladies. Because that's kind of what happens. Regardless of if that man is black or white. If you don't take that shit into consideration, you're going to get fucked good that night. And then you're going to get fucked for 18 years. He may give child support. And what are you going to do when your son or daughter says, I want to go see my daddy? Your sperm donor don't want nothing to do with you. Are you going to be able to look your child dead in the face and tell them that shit? That their sperm donor didn't want anything to do with you? Are you going to be able to have the testicular fortitude to look your kid in the face and say, I'm sorry, your daddy never really wanted you? You going to be able to do that to your child? 5 years old, 6 years old, 18 years old? You're going to have to wait for that child to be 18 for you to literally be able to tell them that their daddy did not want them? Are you going to be able to make that choice? Are you going to be able to sit there and look at your little black son or your little black daughter and say, I fucked up. You were meant to be born. You just weren't meant to be born with the daddy that I chose. Now, you can take that the way it is. You can take it the wrong way. But that is the way it is. Because 9 times out of 10, women, you choose the daddy. Man don't get to choose the mom. Because you have to consent for us to have sex with you. Y'all get to pick us. And y'all got 10,000 men that you can look right there, right now, and say, he's cute, I'ma fuck him. He's cute, I'ma fuck him. He's sexy, I'ma make love to him. That's husband material. I'm gonna make love to him and I'm gonna have his fucking baby. Y'all get to do that. This is us. Damn, she fine. I bet she tastes good. I bet she fuck good. Let me go there and holler. Oh, let me go over this one. Ain't but so many more fucking cheeks I can turn. But the one thing I can't do is I can't make you consent to having sex with me or having my baby. That is all a woman's choice right there. Man, we get blessed if y'all choose us. But you gotta choose the right motherfucking man. And y'all never do most of the time. Most women have looked me dead in my face and said that they don't want to have nothing to do with me or have my baby. Wouldn't let you touch me with a 10-foot pole. I don't care if you got the biggest dick on the planet. You not touching my ass. Fuck you. I'm gonna do what I want. 4 or 5 years, you pass that person by and they knocked up with 5 different damn kids from 5 different damn dudes because they talked all that bullshit and chose the wrong motherfucking man. Then they want to give you a fucking shot. Hey, buddy, you want to date me? I'm single now. I got my life together. I got 5 kids. I'm not going to tell you about that until after we get to know each other all over again. Then when you come in, oh, who are these guys? Oh, these are my children. I forgot to tell you about them. We've been seeing each other for 4 months and you ain't mentioned one goddamn child. It has happened. Don't get mad at me for fucking telling y'all the truth. I give you 99.9. It has happened, and I know some people that the shit has happened too. It hasn't happened to me because I'm not stupid. No. You ask questions on dates. You know, what do you do for a living? Do you have any children? Is there any drama I need to worry about? And I know you're thinking, why would you ask questions like that on a date? Because here's the thing about being a martial artist. I don't want to take you somewhere in public, especially somewhere that you've been with somebody else, and somebody comes up to me, what you doing with my baby mama, motherfucker? I'm gonna fuck your shit up. Now I know what you're thinking. Has that ever happened to you? No, but something similar has happened to me trying to go get some soda for my mom with a guy who I looked at his girlfriend maybe twice when we moved here, and this motherfucker wanted to throw me a beating. His name was Greg. He liked beating up on grown men who couldn't fight, and our fight didn't happen because I told him, I'm not going to fight you, I'm going to kill you with this plastic bottle of Coca-Cola. And at first he laughed at me, and then he pointed out his reputation for knocking out grown-ass men, because he knocked out 3 grown-ass men. He was only 16. So we're both 16 years old, and this dude telling me how he knocking out grown men left and right. And then I asked him the most important question that you can ever ask a man, especially one of those who fought. Could those guys actually fight? Or did you catch them sleeping? Because if they actually could fight, good for you. You're knocking out grown-ass men. But if you caught them sleeping, bad for you, because that doesn't mean you can fight. That just means you got fucking lucky and you knocked out some grown-ass men who you caught sleeping. Now, if these grown-ass men had a reputation for beating up people and you happen to come through with a bad Leroy Brown scenario, baddest man in the whole damn town, go Google the song. That's different. But if you caught them motherfuckers sleeping and you just beat the shit out of them because 1, they didn't know how to fight, or 2, you caught them sleeping, you just got blessed. He said, what's that mean? I said, see, I got this Coke bottle in my hand. And though it is plastic, I know something you don't know. I know Kung Fu, and I'm not afraid of the police. I'm going to kill you with this Coke bottle. I'm going to rob you and go buy another Coke and wait for the cops to get here and explain to them that you attacked me. And your little sidekick here who's watching, he's going to sit back and watch this shit happen. And he's like, how you figure that I ain't going to jump you? I'm pretty sure if I kill a kid who's knocking out grown-ass men, you're going to make it for the fucking hills. You're not going to fucking get involved. You're not going to do shit. You just there to be the hype man. So here's how this is going to work. I'm going to hit you with this Coke bottle. I'm going to hit you until I can't. I'm going to hit you until it bust open. And when that plastic bust open, I'm going to use that plastic to cut your motherfucking throat. And while you're bleeding out and burning from Coca-Cola burns, your little friend here is going to be hollering and screaming. And he's like, you would do that? I said, motherfucker, you trying to fight me for looking at your girlfriend. A girl who's not going to give me the time of fucking day. And you want to die over some pussy that I ain't going to get? Because I'm damn sure going to kill you over some pussy that I ain't going to get. And I'll be damned if I'm gonna lay here and let you whoop my ass. I'm not those 3 old dudes. I fight back. You don't know me. You just know I'm the new kid on the block. My first week over here, I choked the dude out 3 times in one goddamn day. So what the fuck you think I'm gonna do to you with this Coke bottle? I know Kung Fu, and I'm not afraid to use that shit. I will fucking kill you. We never had another problem. Period. And I'm still here to tell the tale. Don't know where he is, don't give a fuck. If he's lucky, he's still alive. If not, well, graveyard is full of people who thought they were badasses. And I ain't bad, but the bad don't fuck with me, because I ain't going by myself. I'm surely fucking taking you or part of you with me when I go. Now back to this subject at hand. I know you're thinking, what did that have to do with anything? She was black. He was black. She hadn't too long after that had a kid with somebody else. Not the guy who tried to beat me up. You know, she had a kid with somebody else not too long after that. You know, she flirted with me a couple of times after they broke up. She has seen me naked, but we never had sex. So it is what it is. But I will tell you this. Well, technically she didn't see me naked, but she seen me in sweatpants. You can rest with your mental capacity. The whole fact that young black women choose to not do what they're supposed to do and want to do what other young black women do and get pregnant and listen to Sally Mally down the fucking rally about if you get pregnant you can keep this guy. Why don't you young black girls take this lesson to heart? I got a future and nothing is in my way right now. Nothing's in my way right now other than me not getting an education. I can graduate from high school. I can go to college. I can become a doctor. I can become a lawyer. I can become an actress. I can become a scientist. I got the whole world in my hand. Unless I am fucking raped or killed or do something stupid by getting pregnant by somebody who I don't need to have a baby with before I'm fucking 20 years old. Nothing can derail my dream but me. But you black girls don't teach each other that shit. And then you have friends who are white and friends who are Asian who took that mindset. Nothing can derail my future but me. I can have sex and not get pregnant. I can still accomplish my dreams regardless of circumstance because nothing can get in my way but me. If I don't listen to my girlfriends and have babies with motherfuckers who don't like me, I can do this. If I don't let people twist my ear, twist my mind, set me up for fucking fail, I can do this. But young black girls don't do that. Young black girls promote stupidity. Get pregnant by this guy because he smokes weed. Get pregnant by this guy. He's a bodybuilder. He's got money. Get pregnant, get pregnant, get pregnant. If young black girls would stop telling other young black girls to get pregnant, y'all wouldn't have these problems. There'd be less unwanted black babies being tossed out or being coat hangered or all this other shit that black people do. Because instead of doing what they fucking should be doing, they're doing what people who don't have their best interest in heart is telling them to do. Get pregnant by this man. Get pregnant by this guy. He's got a big dick and a good lick. Why you ain't get pregnant by the motherfucker? Oh, I didn't like him. I didn't want to get pregnant by him. Yeah, but the bitch set your ass up for you to get pregnant by the same dumbass motherfucker. Which one of y'all is the dummy? The bitch that didn't want to have the baby by the dumb motherfucker that you got pregnant by? Or you? Because you listened to the dumbass bitch that didn't want to get pregnant and you got pregnant by that same dumb motherfucker that she said not to get pregnant by to herself, but told you that it was okay to get pregnant. Mark my words. Young black women do this shit more often than anybody else on the fucking planet. And the sad fact is, unless you were sexually assaulted, women have control over all of that shit. Men don't. So when I tell you something, it's not because I'm being a dick. It's because I've grown up. Before I was fucking a grown man, I had to be a fucking man. I had to step up when my mom had my sister that's under me and a sister under her. because their daddy was fucking a Marine and doing dumb shit. And then the next child, and the next child, and the next child. And then all of them had children because they didn't listen. Because they didn't learn from our mother's mistakes of having all these motherfucking babies and not understanding that babies are not cheap. And their mouths to feed is a mouth to feed. And everywhere you turn, if you keep popping them up, you're going to have to keep feeding them. Because a baby is a lifetime fucking commitment. They don't tell y'all that when they're going around telling you, get pregnant by this guy. Get pregnant by that guy. Nah, bitch, don't get pregnant, period. The only person that can derail your dreams outside of a sexual fucking assault is you and your inability to use your motherfucking brain and not get pregnant. Oh, you can fuck till the cows come home. They make these for women too. I don't know how to install one, but they make them for women. They have women condoms. They got BC pills, all that shit. And since they took away Roe versus Wade, you might want to load up on these motherfuckers. Have all the fucking sex you want, but have safe sex or be abstinent. The only thing that can derail a young black woman these days is another young black woman and bad advice telling you, hey, get pregnant. No, bitch. No. And learn how to say that to your girls. Nah, bitch. I'm not getting pregnant because I want to fucking live a little bit. I don't want to take care of another motherfucking child. I asked my aunt down the street how I was raising up my aunts and my mom and them. No. No, that shit is not cool. If you have a girlfriend, and I'm going to end this with this right now. If you are a young black girl and you are in a group of 5, one of the 5 of y'all is going to get pregnant. Guaranteed. And it's probably going to be from 1 or 2 of the other girls who ain't dumb enough to get pregnant but stupid enough to talk you into getting pregnant. And you'll be the dumb fucker that does it. Take that shit as you will. Young ladies, if I pissed you off and you are black, then I did my motherfucking job, because it's going to make you think. It's going to make you go back and think about all the shit that I said in video 1 and video 2, and you be like, damn, we need to ask young black ladies that got pregnant before they was 25, how much did it affect their life? It's going to affect your life. Trust me when I tell you. It's going to affect your life on so many levels. You ain't going to know what the fuck hit you. That's how it's going to affect your life when you sitting here in your room holding your baby, wondering where the baby daddy at, because y'all not married, but you decided to have this baby. This motherfucker's out having babies with other chicks that he wanted to have babies with, but you was just the unfortunate test subject that he had his first baby with, and now he don't give 2 shits about you. He'll pay child support because he don't want to go to fuck the jail, but as far as you and the baby is concerned, fuck y'all. And this happens 9 times out of 10, this happens to more black girls than any other girl in society, because you don't want to fucking listen. Now, part of that, I will say, part of that is because the black man is no longer in the home. But most of that shit ain't got a damn thing to do with your daddy not being in the home. You learn from the parents there. If your mama having a fuck ton of babies, sure as shit, if you don't wake up, you gonna have a fuck ton of babies. But if you gotta help your mama take care of the fuck ton of goddamn babies, you gonna learn real fucking quick. This is not what I want. I don't want to not be able to have a fucking life because I gotta babysit my siblings, and I can't go have parties with my friends because I gotta take care of my kid, brother, kid, sister, kid, whoever the fuck. And every situation is different, but the one situation that is truthful, you do not have to choose to get pregnant by every fucking dick that you ride. And if you choose to get pregnant by every fucking dick that you ride, that shit's on you. Deal with the consequences of your actions. I'm Echo Fan Great Wolf. My God, I hope I taught y'all something. And young black ladies, if I have offended you, that's a you problem. But you better mark my words. You better do some research. You better pray. And you better think real long and hard about your next move when a man is rubbing all up on your goddamn